Hola, mi nombre es Daniela Cepeda Martínez de Promoción de Paz, su maestra de inglés, y el día de hoy vamos a continuar con nuestra sexta clase. Today we're going to learn about present perfect. Last class I showed you what the past participle is, and now we're going to use that past participle to understand the present perfect. So the present perfect is a compound tense that requires two verbs. The auxiliary verb to have in present simple tense, and the main verb in past participle, the one I showed you in the last class. And the basic formula consists of a subject, the auxiliary verb, and the past participle. I have traveled, you have learned, he has gone, she has been, etc. In present perfect, we also have different forms and uses. We have the affirmative form, the negative form, and the interrogative form. Starting with the affirmative form, this is very simple because we have the subject, the auxiliary verb have, the past participle, and a complement. For example, I have traveled to Puerto Vallarta. And the negative form, the only thing that changes is that we're going to add to the auxiliary verb the word not, or the word not. She has not been in Veracruz. We have the subject, the auxiliary verb with the negative, and the past participle plus a complement. And finally, the interrogative form changes a little bit because we're going to start first with the auxiliary verb have, then the subject, and then the past participle. So if you notice, the only thing that changes is we switch the order of the subject and the auxiliary verb in the interrogative form. And also we add a question mark. So we have we learned English? And a question mark. Also, we can have sentences that include how long and for or since as an answer. So the only thing that changes here, we're going to take the form of the interrogative form and we're going to add first how long, okay? So you have how long have you known your best friend? This is just the same as the interrogative form, but we're adding at the beginning how long. For example, how long have you lived in the United Kingdom? Since 2010, okay? So you have here since for an answer and how long for the interrogative form of the present perfect. Now we're going to complete these sentences over here. In the parentheses, I placed here what type of present perfect we're using: interrogative, negative, affirmative, etc. And also I added the subject that we're using when needed. For example, have you lived in Paris for many years? Remember that we're going to start with the auxiliary verb, then the subject, and then the past participle plus a complement, okay? Number 2, how long, interrogative plus she, how long has she practiced piano? Notice here that instead of having have, we're going to use has she, okay? Then we have a negative example. I have not been fishing for a while, okay? Number 4, interrogative with the subject they. For how long, notice here that we're using how long. For how long have they been married? Okay. And finally, we have he, affirmative, has been to Veracruz recently. Because this is an affirmative form, we're going to start with the subject, then the auxiliary verb has, and then the past participle plus a complement. Entonces, para recapitular un poquito, me voy a regresar tantito. Es muy sencillo, son 3 formas nada más. La afirmativa empezamos con el sujeto, con el verbo auxiliar, con el participio pasado y un complemento. En la forma negativa es igual lo mismo, nada más que el verbo auxiliar es negativo. Y lo único que cambia en la forma interrogativa es el orden del sujeto y el verbo auxiliar, nada más lo cambiamos, lo switchamos. En el caso de la aplicación de how long, nada más tomamos la misma estructura de la forma interrogativa y al principio agregamos how long, ¿ok? So we're finished with today's class. I hope it was very clear, and if not, you can ask any question that you have. Muchas gracias por su atención. Cualquier comentario lo estaré revisando y nos vemos muy pronto.